Well, it's the year 2025. Now, this keyboard, I picked it up during Nikon, so I've had it for quite a while now. And I've actually been lazy around, so I was supposed to shoot this review. And the keyboard that I'm holding right here is the AJAZ AK890 Pro. This is a mechanical keyboard. And of course, the color that you see is white and a tint of purple. Don't know what this color is. If you know what this color is, comment it down in the comment section. But this keyboard was sent over by the PC Gamer 254 over for a review. Now, if you ask me, I'm not really a big fan of 60% keyboards. This is because I prefer a full keyboard because I actually need the number keys. So yeah, in this video, I'm going to be reviewing this keyboard. Actually, this keyboard retails for 8,000 Kenyan shillings. I think it's going to be cheaper if you're in a different country. So if you're interested in purchasing this keyboard and you're locally in the 254, be sure to hit up the PC Gamer 254. Additionally, you can visit his website and check out with code ACTA for some discounts. So we are going to be jumping into the review of this keyboard to see whether it is worth buying. Okay, so let's jump into the unboxing of this AJAZ AK890. Now, the unboxing is nothing special, as you will find the keyboard itself in the box wrapped in this white plastic. There is an included keycap and switch puller, and of course, as is standard with most of these modern peripherals, there is an inclusion of a USB-C cable. Now, the USB Type-C cable that is included here is quite long and has a solid build, so I have no complaints there. Plus, I mean, it's USB-C, so in this modern day and age, I mean, USB-C is pretty standard. In terms of how weighty is the keyboard is medium weighted in that it's not too heavy and it's not too light, so it's quite in the middle. And it does feel solid and sturdy, though of course the keyboard has a plastic build. Oh, and by the way, just as a quick side note, I did mention in the intro that this is a 60% keyboard. Actually, I was wrong, and this is a 75% keyboard. Now, they do say it's a 75% keyboard because it has some additional keys, so I don't know, it just looks like a 60% keyboard because the keyboard itself is actually relatively small if you compare it there with my 100% keyboard. I think the first thing that grabbed my attention with this keyboard was the TFT screens. It's one of those features where, you know, I mean, do you really need a screen on your keyboard? But I mean, this keyboard does give you an option to have a screen, and the screen, or rather the functionality of the screen, is to show battery status, connection mode, lighting effects. There's all these functionalities that can actually be accessed using the dial up there. So the volume knob there also doubles as a way to navigate the screen. So it's pretty decent, and I will cover a bit more about the screen in the software part. So yeah. So let's jump into the connectivity of this keyboard. Of course, there is an included Type-C. So yes, this keyboard does support Type-C connection. This is a wired connection. You can also choose between the Bluetooth and the 2.4 gigahertz mode. And personally, I would recommend that if you're gaming, use the USB-C mode and the 2.4 gigahertz mode, as you do know that Bluetooth sometimes does have some latency related issues. So keep that in mind when it comes to the connectivity of this keyboard. Now, typing on this keyboard feels absolutely great with its gasket mounted design. Every keystroke has a smooth and responsive feels. I am glad to say that there are no rattles or weird vibrations, and I would say it's really quite satisfying that you can type on this and the keyboard is not really making a lot of noise. I think this is thanks to the switches that come included with this keyboard. So overall, I think if you're mashing or if you're really in an intense gaming session, this keyboard will sound great and also will feel absolutely nice. Now that I've talked about the typing experience, we can dive into the switches that come with this keyboard. Mind you, this keyboard does not come with any extra switches, but for this particular keyboard, this one has the AJAZ gift switches, and yeah, I feel like these switches are actually lubed because they're quite smooth, and I actually like the feel of this keyboard in that they are quite a bit tactile and they do not have an annoying noise, and personally I feel like they're a little bit more responsive and smooth. So yeah, I really actually enjoyed it using this keyboard. I think part of it has to do with the switches that come with this keyboard. So yeah, these are pretty nice switches that come with the AJAZ AK890 Pro. Alright, so let's jump into the most gamerish thing about this keyboard, and this is the ARGB that actually comes on this keyboard. The RGB lighting is vibrant, smooth, and fully customizable. No doubt one of the most exciting aspects of this keyboard if you're a gamer. Personally, I would loved some shine through keycaps to let the RGB glow even more, but even with that, it still looks clean and sharp, and all I can say is a little bit more glow wouldn't hurt though, right? And because this is a 75% layout, the keyboard does keep things tight and minimal and also sleek without sacrificing functionality. So if you're aiming for a clean setup, yeah, this is actually a nice keyboard for you. Okay, so let's take a look at the keyboard software, and I will note that there is a couple of sites where you can get this the software to control this keyboard, but my issue is the software that is being offered on this site and the other side that I found is that it has issues when it comes to customizing this LED screen. So I found that is a common issue. So I found this tutorial where they linked to the proper software that will allow you to customize the keyboard, and also the proper software that comes natively speaking English. So take a look at this tutorial. I'll probably link this link as well for you to download. But setting up the software is not hard. It's just a simple plug and play install, and it looks something like this. And first of all, let's take a look at what this keyboard software offers. So we have configs, that is if you're interested in configuring shortcuts, keys, I don't know. We have macros. I'm not a fan of macros. We have lighting. We have different lighting effects. You can change the brightness. You can change the light speed. In this case, it's full brightness here. But yeah, also tilt. I don't know. Those are just various LED effects. Okay, so let's go to where you customize the LCD screen. I think I'll touch on this later, so let me go through the other settings first. There's this one here, user lighting. I believe this is your own custom lighting, so I mean you can create yours if you wanted. There's real-time lighting. I also do not, I don't know, man, what's the difference between this and this. But we have this one for music. This one is controlled by sound. For example, if I was to play something, as you can see, it blinks whenever someone speaks. So in the case, I think in my case, let me do this in OBS, monitor and output. Okay, so if I was to speak, as you can see, the light is being controlled by my voice, which is pretty cool, I guess, if you're into that, but I'm not into that. So yeah, the other one is just general settings, sleep, whatever, and so let's go back to the LCD. So this is where the issue is with these other softwares that you will find. I was not able to customize the LCD screen, so I had to download this version, because it seems that this version is the only one that you can customize the LED screen. So it says it supports GIFs, so you can just do new. Here you import. And for me, let me try this one, right? It's still loading. Okay, what's up with that? I think it's loading. So what I found out is it does not support a GIF natively, right? Like it, you have to split up the GIF into frames. So in case you don't know how video works on a computer or on a camera, it's basically a bunch of frames being recorded, stitched up into a plain video. So you have to take your GIF. In my example, I had this GIF here, and I put it in a software like Media Encoder and exported it out as individual frames. In your case, if you don't have a software like Media Encoder, you can go to I've forgotten what's this site. I don't know if it's here. Let's see. Okay, I found it. So if in your case you don't have a software like media encoder to split the animated GIF into frames like that, you can go to this site called isgif.com and split it through here. In my case, I already had media encoder, so I had the ability to split it, and this was the, first delete this one. And as is typical with these Chinese products, their software experience is not the best. So yeah, I uploaded my own GIF, and if you say upload to keyboard, as you can see, it gives you a warning. It only supports a total number of frames. So you're just going to say okay. And once it's done loading the animation into the keyboard, which actually takes a while depending on how many frames you decide to upload to the keyboard. But what I'll do is I'm just going to pause the recording and unpause when it's done uploading the animation. Okay, so the GIF is done uploading to the keyboard, and as you can see, let me pull the keyboard up to the camera here. As you can see, it looks pretty decent there. So that's the GIF. I think it's pretty cool that you can be able to change that. So for you in your case, just make sure you find a GIF that is compatible in terms of like the square screen, because it's a square screen. So if you put like a wide GIF, it's obviously going to be stretched. But pretty neat. So yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say about the software other than it's good, it works. I don't know, sometimes it's a bit clunky, but it just generally works. Okay, we've come to the end of the video. Now, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to like, hype, and subscribe to the channel, and also like this video. Now, I've said hype because there's a YouTube feature coming out. Maybe you guys don't know, it's called Hype. And you're supposed to be hyping videos so that the videos can be recommended to other people. So if you're watching this video in the future, be sure to hype the video as well. Now, this is a pretty decent keyboard for the price. 8,000 Kenyan shillings is pretty decent considering the fact that this is a fully ARGB keyboard, a fully mechanical keyboard, and you also have the option to replace switches. And I also like the LCD screen here, so it's pretty decent. I even still see the wallpaper that I added here is still playing. So pretty nice keyboard overall. I think my only gripes with this keyboard is the software, and yeah, I think the software for me is the biggest gripe with this keyboard. Also, I wish there was like a full keyboard version of this one. Probably I would have ended up buying, but for those who are looking for 60% keyboards, those who are looking not to fill up their desk, I'll gladly recommend this. I like the ARGB, the colors look nice, the keyboard color feels nice, and personally I'm not really a big fan of white. This is because white is a dirt magnet for those who are lazy and don't clean up their setups a lot of times like me. So I would have preferred a darker color, but I'm sure there is a darker version of this keyboard. And thanks again to PC Gamer for providing this keyboard, and go check him out, show him some love and support. And of course, again, I usually say in Kenya specifically, it's not really easy for you to find retail shops that are willing to send stuff out for free, regardless of what you're going to say about their products. So go check him out, support him, buy stuff from him. He's a cool guy. And yeah, so I don't think I have anything else to say about this keyboard other than I should see you in the next one. Tell me what you think about this keyboard in the comment section. And yeah, see you later.